I think we'll start. We waited 1 minute for people to come. Uh, Thanks, friends, for coming in to this session. We are now doing it almost on a regular basis, Tuesday, 11:30 to 1. This started off because, somebody wanted some questions for me to be answered. So I said the best time to answer questions is when the market is on, where the serious people would be there and they would like to uh, find out more about what my thoughts are. Normally, we used to hold our sessions Sunday 8:30. I'm thinking of restarting that in the next few weeks, but till then, 11:30. Somebody said you hold the question answer session 11:30, major session at 8:30. Let's see how we go about. But right now, 11:30 Tuesday is when we are doing it. We're taking a small topic and small discussion on that, and then mostly question answer session. So that is how the format will be. So this topic. Generally, my topics are all very controversial. Mostly, they'll be against the crowd from the last couple of, let's say, not couple of. I'm saying last 1.5 years when Clubhouse has come, all our topics have been with a question mark most of the time. Anyway, we try to answer this question by the end of this session today. So this last chance to buy. The reason why I put a so-called controversial topic, actually it is not controversial. It's clear, straightforward. In my mind, since May, I've been extremely bullish on the market, and I have not taken a single short position, either intraday or through F&O or through uh, selling call options or buying put options. I have been only one directional. The only reason being that I believed then, as I believe now, that we are in a very, very strong bull market based on fundamentals. This is only the second time such a bull market has happened in my 40 years of me following the markets. I came into the markets in 1982 as an amateur when I was in my engineering college in Bangalore. I became a professional guy in the market only in 1991. So whether you take 30 years experience or 40 years, but I've been studying market since the day I came in, which is in 1982. Um, so I have seen many bull markets uh, since then, and I repeat this every session that this is the second such bull market which is based on fundamentals, and fundamentals are driving it, which means you see sooner or later liquidity will come, because till now we have only seen liquidity driven markets, and liquidity driven markets are people become rich very quickly, and also they become poor very quickly. Example is what happened last year between 20 and 21. We had a liquidity driven market where many stocks went up 5, 6, 10%. 10 times, and people felt that it's very easy to make money in the stock market. So a lot of people came into the market, and subsequently now they're all disappointed. Even though the Nifty has gone to new highs, the Bank Nifty has gone to new highs, FMCG has gone to new highs, PSE index, PSU Bank index, Auto index, so many indices have all gone to new highs. They are still disappointed because those prices which they have bought are at least 30-40% away from the all-time highs which they saw last year. So much so that even the so-called experienced strategists and influencers on Clubhouse or on Spaces in Twitter, you'll hardly see anybody talking bullish. Most of them are either cautious at best or extremely bearish. So yesterday I put two posts of two major banks, investment banks. Both of them, the representatives were talking of India being in deep trouble in terms of the stock market. They feel the Indian market is overvalued, and they feel China is a better option. So they feel that money has to move to China and not to India. And these are big voices. And so what happens is these influencers, we tend to believe that they have the experience, and when they speak there must be some method. So I've been always questioning these influencers through Twitter. Of course nobody answers. Is where I've asked them, kindly tell us on what basis are you feeling bearish on India, whereas I have given enough number of enough evidence to show that we are in a sweet spot now, and there is no reason for us to feel bearish on India. No reason to feel bearish on the Indian stock market. Of course, there are many things you can feel bearish about India. You can, for every one investment by Tata's or Ambani's or Adani's, you can point out saying some fraud is committed here, some fraud is committed there, people have run away with money. All that is there. So India is never a clean shirt, but it is the cleanest shirt in the wardrobe of the global stock market. That there is no doubt in my mind. It is backed completely by data. So I have nothing to expect except that higher prices. Today we are in a situation where the fundamentals, see, there are 3 points on which any bull market or a bear market on any market operates. One is liquidity, which is number one important thing. Second is fundamentals, and third is sentiment. So you have to, if you have all three together, then you have a great bull market. Or if you have lack of all three, then you'll have a great bear market. If you have two out of three, you'll have a moderately good bull market. Let's take the liquidity part. Liquidity is neutral to negative right now overall. If you see, FIIs are negative even in December. Liquidity is positive from the local guys, the SIPs. It is negative as far as the regular mutual fund investors are concerned, not the SIPs. Non-SIP mutual fund, it is negative. That is the people who regularly invest in mutual fund, not exactly on a SIP basis. They are taking out money. They could be high net worth individuals. They could be corporates. They could be many. That data is there. Now, in terms of, there is a third force which I have always believed is the most important force which drives the markets. Now, what is third force is, if you observe that many times you see the institutional interest is very poor. Both are either buyers or small buyers, or one small buyer and small seller, that is FIIs and DIIs. But the market would have gone up like anything. Now, how is it that the market is going up? So people will say it is because of operators. So whether you want to call them operators or whether you want to call them third force, these are very important players in the market. So it is not operators, what we understand, where they jack up the price and sell it off. That is one set of people. You have ultra high net worth individuals like a Junjunwala's buying, let us say, or Madhu Kela's buying, or Abacus funds buying. It is nowhere reflected in the data which is given by NSE. NSE gives out data which is, or SEBI gives out data which is only FIIs and DIIs. Nothing on ultra high net worth individuals. Like, let's say Dinesh, who's sitting on the platform, he may be an ultra high net worth individual having 500 crores. So if Mr. Dinesh is having 500 crores, and Mr. Hari also is there, whom I noticed, if he's having another 500 crores and Ram is having 500 and Vinay is having 500, between them they have 2000 crores. Now these four gentlemen, Dinesh, Ram, Hari and Vinay, if they invest in the market, then what do you think will happen to the market? What will happen to the stock? But where is there? Now Anish Patak also has come. So Anish Patak also has put another 500 crores. So 5 into 5, 2500 crores these people have. So where is it reflected? In the data which NSE gives you. That is the ultra high net worth individuals like Dinesh, Anish, Ram, Hari and Vinay. Then you have the PMS. PMS is 50 lakhs is the minimum. People will put in 50, people put in PMSs. PMS data is not available on a daily basis. Then you have the alternate investment funds. Alternate investment funds to get into is 1 crore, and they are in the market. Nobody knows what they're buying or selling on a particular day. Then you have the corporates. Large corporates have treasuries like Reliance. They'll be having 10,000 crores. Bajaj Auto, Hero Motors, uh, Bharti, Birlas, Tatas, everyone has treasuries. Treasury management is big in all these companies. So that treasury, they invest in various asset classes, including equities. So where is that data available? So you have all kinds of people in the market. They're not operators. You can't call Reliance an operator, or Bajaj is an operator, or Anish is an operator, or Dinesh is an operator, or Ram, Hari and Vinay. So you must understand the market. People do not understand the basics. This is the basics of the market. You never ever hear on TV or on any social media people talking about the third force. Once you understand what is the capability of a third force, once you understand that the third force is what dictates the market, then you will view the markets differently. So how do you find out what the third force does, for instance? The third force movement is reflected in the price movement. What their movement, what do they buy, what do they sell is reflected in the price movement. So always people say price is God, Bhav Bhagavan Che. It's all very nice in theory, but nobody practices in in reality. So they get scared when prices come down. They get scared when prices go up. They get scared because they missed it. Both sides. This has been what is happening for the last 6 months since May. I've been continuously telling people, look at data. If my data is wrong, challenge me on data. Don't challenge me simply saying that prices are going up. Prices are going up because people are buying. People are buying because they have the money to buy and they have the confidence that the prices will go up further. So today we are in a situation where so much of scare has been created by so many big people that this is the last chance to sell, get out, sell and get out. Even the most bullish personality on TV the other day, who has been bullish, who comes on various channels, he says, I will sell everything and go on a holiday and come back and Pongal. I, and he's the most bullish guy, continuously bullish. I don't like to take names, but you will know who that gentleman is. He's the head of one of those broking houses. Uh, so even the most bullish guys have become neutral to bearish. The bearish guys anyway are bearish. We're talking of 12,000, 14,000, 15,000, without any understanding as to why it should go there. I have seen Nifty below 1,000 and I've traded. So technically Nifty can go to zero also. I did. At least it has gone below 1,000. What are the conditions for any instrument to go to a particular number is what you have to question. And then if you find there is some validity in that, then you should take suitable action. Just because I love 12,000 as a number or a 14,000 as a number, then if you say it will go there, we are nobody. Market is not our servant. We are the servants of the market. If you realize that simple thing, then you'll know that, you know, what you should be doing. We are slaves to the market. Market is like a temple. Market is God. We are only bhaktas. Okay. So if you understand the basics now, your life will be much easier. So I reiterate once again that today we are sitting as we speak. I'm saying when I say today is Tuesday. We're sitting at an inflection point. Why inflection point? Because you see, today you have the US CPI numbers. People pay more attention to US CPI numbers. They are not paid attention to yesterday's CPI numbers of India, which was very good. You're worried about core inflation, which is 6.1. What about inflation, which is below overall inflation, which is below 6? That is more important rather than core. Then tomorrow you have the Fed meeting. So people are concentrated on those two. Just look at it. What has US inflation has been going up, right? Till about August, September, it's gone up. What has happened to our markets? Our market also gone up. Then September, October, November, they have come down. Inflation has come down. What has happened to our market? Our market has gone up. Today, whether inflation numbers of US go up or down, our market is more likely to go up rather than down. That is my proposition. I'm saying more likely. I'm not saying it will definitely. The probability. We are in the market to play probabilities. So that is point number one. Point number two is Fed. Fed has been raising rates since March. Since March. What has happened to our market? Bank Nifty has bottomed out in March. FMCG index has bottomed out in March. Auto index has bottomed out in March. So as the Fed raised interest rates, the interest rate sensitives, which are basically FMCG, auto and banks, they've all risen. So what does it tell us? Simple plain fact, it tells us the sun is shining. If somebody is saying, no, there are clouds in the sky, all you need to look up at the sky and see whether the clouds or sun is shining. Some people are saying it is raining. Now, if you want to believe it is raining when the sun is shining, then you are obviously going to, lose out on opportunities. I don't want to lose out on opportunities. Friends of mine I don't want them to lose, and my relatives, my family, I don't want them to lose. So when I speak from when I put when I put money up front only I speak. Without that, I don't speak. I'm not a expert. Experts will speak without having any skin in the game. They will never have taken any position in the market, but they will speak because it's very easy to give advice and to conduct a webinar or a seminar and collect money. Most of experts who conduct that, they'll have a fantastic Mercedes Benz or a Rolls Royce or the costliest apartments, but they themselves will be hardly traders. Their main revenue, their other income will be trading. Their main revenue will be webinar fees. So they have nothing to lose because you can do nothing. You will pay the fees. At the end of the day, You will lose. You will say it is your fault. Nama karma in Kannada you will say like that and walk away. Just be careful. So why is today last chance to buy? Literally it is last chance to buy because you see today is the time when there is a lot of fear because of this evening and tomorrow evening. Let's say the inflation number comes lower, which I expect it to happen, the US inflation numbers. And tomorrow Fed will be forced to raise only 50 basis points. And let's say in the commentary if they say we will be data dependent, that is what they are supposed to be. Any good central banker is supposed to be data dependent. They cannot say that I like 75 basis, so I'll raise it 75 basis points. So if both of these happen, which the probability is very high, what do you think will happen to the market day after tomorrow? That is Thursday. In my opinion, there will be a panic buying between now and budget. Now, whether it will start today or whether it will start on Friday, I don't know. But the panic buying phase will start very quickly. Now, what is panic buying phase? Panic buying phase is something similar to what happened in between August first week and October second week of 2021. Kindly go and check the way the prices went up, including the index. Index went up from 16 to 16,000. It was struggling to cross in the entire month of July. Once index crossed 16,000 in August 3rd or something like that, it went up to 18,600 by October. That means in 2.5 months, it went up nearly 15%. So what percentage wise it will go, I don't know. But certainly you will have a panic buying situation is high probability according to me. Unless something which we are not discussing today or we don't know today happens. Okay, we can only speculate or we can only project based on whatever information we have today. If something bad happens tomorrow, then we have to reassess it. One cannot say that, no, I said today panic buying will be there. Why panic buying is not there tomorrow or day after tomorrow or next week? Based on current circumstances, based what we know on the federal rate hike, inflation, oil prices, political certainty, uncertainty, whatever, and India-China issues, whatever we know of, there is no issue for us to worry. On the other hand, there is an issue which we can look up with anticipation that things are only going to get better. Look around with people. You'll see most people having a sad face. I invested in the market last year in August, September, October. I bought a Zomato at 140. I bought a Paytm at 800. I bought Tata Steel, for instance, at whatever number, because now it has become split. So you 111 looks very cheap. Or Sale, I bought at 130. Infosys, I bought it in January. You'll see all that. Most people would have done that. I've also done that in the past. This year, I don't want to do it. Okay. So therefore, you look at technically also the market. It's above the 9 DMA as far as the bank Nifty is concerned. It is above the 20 DMA today as I speak for the Nifty is concerned. It is struggling to break 20 DMA, struggling to break it down. People yesterday thought that the whole world is collapsing. They opened it, yesterday it went up. Day for yesterday it happened the same thing. Look at it, whenever there is a panic in the market, the prices are not staying down. They're opening down. They're not staying down. That is the sign of a very strong bull market. I've seen this market for 30 years. I also used to be misled. So if something happens to US and they open it here, I will go first thing and short sell. Within half an hour, my pants should have been taken off if I'm not short covered. That's what happened yesterday because it broke the previous day's low. Technical analysis is not simply numbers. Technical analysis is contextual always. Why did it open? And what happened after 1 hour? Why did it go up? Those are the things you have to question. So just putting some number, Fibonacci number, that number, this number, Elliott wave will not help. This is my experience. I have gone through all Elliott wave, Fibonacci, Bollinger Band, and all. Finally, context. If you are contextually, you have to understand where we are. Contextually, again, I repeat, we are in the best of the bull markets in the last so many years. How much it will go, I don't know. How long it will go, I don't know. But today, if I buy, do I think it will go up? I feel it will go up. The probability is high. Therefore, I continue to buy. Even today, I have bought. Okay. With this, I'll just open it up to any questions. Dinesh, you come first. Kindly go ahead.
Sir, there is no question, but I see. I mean, I'll put my point that in a lot of clubhouses, all I mean, the so seemed gurus have all told that picture is going to become very bad, and there was a lot of pessimism spread. So you are right, and you are the only guy I heard that with a lot of optimism and really put your money where the mouth is. So I really appreciate that, and I have suddenly become one. I heard one voice which is uh, counter conventional. So thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dinesh. You are, I'm not only was in my home also, they doubt when I say I'm bullish. They wonder because generally I'm a bearish guy. I'm a very skeptical guy. So they wonder how I have become bullish. But then I realized that you can always change yourself even when you are 60 years. There is no age like that. When you see data, you should change with the data. So I would like to debate with any of these bearish fellows on data. I don't want to debate them on their English. My English is poor. I don't want to debate on how many times they come on CNBC. I have not come on CNBC. But you talk to me on data, let's debate. And whatever debate we do, look at the prices. What are the prices today vis-a-vis what they were last month, previous month, in May, in March? If the prices have gone up, whatever debate, whoever wins the debate is not important. Because you may win the debate, I want to win the money in the market. For me and you and so many other people, we all want to make money in the market. We are not here to win debates. We are not here to say my point of view is better than yours. Because the market is telling me it does not want to come down. It wants to go up. If you don't respect the market, then we will be the losers. That is the purpose of this. Thank you once again, Dinesh, for this kind words.
Yeah, Vijay sir, actually, the thing
Yeah,
retailers generally are thinking is the relative valuation, at least from the time when the interest rates have gone up in US, India has been outperforming ever since. So this cannot continue long. This is what the retailers think. And also, because the psychological 18,600 level is broken, that is when it intensifies that, okay, now at least bearishness should come. People are anticipating bearishness. So that is the problem. And as you said in the other forum, I clearly remember the PE ratio of the Nifty is way below when it was 18,600 back in September, October 2021. So that is when you understand this from the very top angle, you are very correct in a way telling that now the valuations are not as high as they were in 2021 September and October. We have corrected, but when we came back to that level, now the valuations are cheaper. So very less. Yes, that's the problem, and a lot of people are very pessimistic even now because they are expecting the index to come down, but which is not happening, and they are just sitting there and seeing that in despair. So even I was biased, but after listening to some of guys like you and some of my friends, uh, I realized, okay, I should not be biased. Let the market tell me where it wants to go. Let's flow with the market.
yeah, Dinesh. See, who am I or you to say market should come down? Market is not our servant, right? We both agree there. And people who are, challenging the market, who are they? Nobody can control the market. The market controls us. So you're right. When I said that, the valuations are cheaper today at 18.6 than 18.6 of last year. It's clear. You can go to the NSE website and see what are the PE ratio. PE ratio is 28, then PE ratio is 22. At 28 PE, you are saying it will go to 20,000, 21,000. It will never come down. That was what the mood was in last October. Today, at 18,600, PE of 22, you are saying it will collapse to 14,000. What kind of analysts are you? What kind of strategists are you? What kind of experts are you who are not looking at basic data? The same data, the same analysts, strategists, and experts were talking of 20,000 last year. You have to rewind the interviews, you'll know that. So that is my challenge to them. Why are you misleading people? You mislead yourself, no problem. You got your Mercedes Benz, you got your Rolls Royce. Why are you misleading people? On what data are you misleading? Data is available for you and me to see. You don't have any exclusivity on data. So why are you like that? I just don't know. And people willing to believe it. And people troll. So I said, goodbye. You troll, I make money. So that is what it is. Then second thing is, why should Indian market come down because US market has come down? Who says so? People don't read history. People don't See, I've been fortunate that I've been in the market since 1982 and a professional since 1991. So I've been fortunate. Many people may not have been fortunate. Now, I have also been unfortunate that I was not there in 1920 and 1929 when the bull market in US happened. So I was not there. Neither was I there in the 1980 to 1989 when there was a super bull market in Japan. So what do we do with that? We go and see what happened in 1920, 1929, what happened in 1980 to 1989. We'll read. Data is available. History is available. We read. So you read what happened between 2000 to 2009, let us say. If you are market, you come in the market, let us say after 2010. So you don't know what happened between 2000 and 2009. So go back and read. So my point of view is, if you do not understand, if you forget history, you are condemned to repeat it. In 2000, in February, March of 2000, Sensex, US, all the three indices topped out around the time. Nifty, Sensex, Dow Jones, S&P, and Nasdaq topped out in that period between February and March. All of them crashed subsequently. So coupling was there between for leading up to February, March of 2000. So all of them collapsed. So coupling again. So there is no decoupling. Then what happened? Indian market went and made a new high in 2004. It made a further all-time high in 2005, further in 2006, and further in 2007. So 4 years, Indian market made a new high, all-time high. That is crossed the 2000 high. What did Dow Jones do? Dow Jones made a new high in 2006. It was still stuck. It did not make a new high till 2006. What did S&P do? Which is the broader index. Dow is, forget it. Dow is not a broad index, only 30 stocks. S&P is a 500 stocks. S&P did not make a new high even in 2007. It crossed into a new high only in 2010 or 11. That means between 2000 and 2007, in the 7 years, S&P did not make a new high. When it again fell down in 2007 and started these global financial crises, S&P 500 had made a double top, whereas Sensex and Nifty had made 4 tops every year. Dow Jones had made 1 top, that one new all-time high. S&P did not make. What about Nasdaq? Nasdaq was in a bear market even at 2007. I think only in 2014 it crossed the 2011. For 14 years it was not able to cross. So it was in a bear market for 14 years. So this is information available. All you need to do is you have got trading view, whether you got free or whether you're paying. Go back and see Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P and find out whether I'm telling the truth or not. So it has happened in the past. So what's so special about Indian markets outperforming the global markets? China peaked out in 2007 at 6100 or 6500 or something like that. The Shanghai index. Today it is at 3200. It is 50% below. China has grown leaps and bounds as an industrial power between 2007 and 2022. 15 years, China has only grown. But where is the stock market? So don't confuse economy with stock market. Stock market has got certain stocks. If they do well, people invest, the prices will go up. Today we are sitting, FIs are not come into India. FIs are negative. When will FIs come? Whenever they come, what do you think the prices will be? Do you think you and me, Dinesh, we are going to give the prices, whatever today's prices to them? Why should I give? If a bigger buyer comes and says, I have the money, why will I give you the prices? So they're not yet come. And they will come. That is, if they want to make money, they'll come. And when they come, maybe we'll give to them at higher prices. But today I'm not going to give them at today's prices. You, me, Vinay, Hari, Ram, CG, anybody. All of us are not that stupid. Yeah. Thanks, Dinesh.
Yeah. Also, sir, in the market participants, there is a narrative also that with the interest rates going up, the only way the stock market has to go is down. But generally, the history says there is a offset of at least 2 to 3 years where the market will peak after the interest rates start going up, and only then, depending upon the conditions, what happens of the economy, the market goes down. But the general narrative is, whenever I ask somebody, what do you think the market will do in a scenario where the interest rates are going up so fast and the quantum is also high, they say that okay, interest rates are going up, so market has to come down. So we are not putting more money into the market, or we are withdrawing it. We will see when the market comes down, then we will put more money directly or mutual fund route. So there is a lot of pessimism I can sense, and 85% people are pessimistic because we are above 18,600.
Yeah, it's a very good point you raised, interest rates. So again, I say read history. Between 2001, when interest rates, 2003, the US Fed started raising interest rates. India started raising interest rates. By 2006 end, do you know what the Fed rate was? It was 5.25. It was from 1%, it went up to 5.25. Today, Fed rate is still not 5, it is some 4. Correct? Fed rates have gone up during the time between 2003 and 2006. Even in 2007, August, the Fed rate was 5.25. Only when there was a subprime problem, they reduced it dramatically. And if you were there, even Indian interest rates went up during that time. I don't have data right now, but I know it. I have shared it already on Twitter and others. So interest rates went up, stock market went up. Then you look at what happened in 2007 onwards. Fed started cutting interest rates left, right, center. The stock market went down. 2008 was the worst year in the stock markets globally. Indian interest rates started coming down in 2008. The stock market came down. Then come closer to 2015. From 2015 to 2018, there were 7 interest rate hikes by the Fed, US Fed. There was a quantitative tightening also in 2017-18. Quantitative tightening, what we are talking today, was already there in 17-18. There was interest rate hikes, 7 interest rate hikes and quantitative tightening. Yet what happened to the markets? They went up 40%. Indian markets in 16, 17, what did happen? 18, maybe the mid cap and small cap fell down. But what happened to the Nifty? And what happened to the large caps? So in fact, higher interest rates, market goes up, lower interest rate, market comes down. We have only been fed about this lower interest rates only in the last 2 years, that is 2020. People who have come in 2020 have seen that interest rates are down, therefore market has gone up. So they correlate like that. Interest rates go down, market goes up. Interest rates go up, market goes down. But what do you say between 2015 and 18? When the interest rates went up, market went up. Or between 2003 and 2007, when interest rates went up, markets went up. So that is what I'm saying. When somebody says it is the sun is shining in summer and you are saying it is raining, all you need to do is to look up at the sky. Without looking up at the sky, if you believe that fellow, whoever it may be wearing the best suit and coat and maybe wearing the biggest car and the biggest flat and maybe going business class and conducting seminar for 75,000 rupees, whatever. Just ask him this question. Show me the proof, sir. Show me the proof. The proof is there. Data is there. Now, let me just spend a few minutes to answer questions which people have asked. Just let me go. Nagaraja, good morning. Vittal, good morning. Heisenberg, S Bank. Why S Bank is your favorite? Their profits are not decent. Still, why like the stock? Good question, Heisenberg. I go by performance. I don't go by operator. I don't go by any. Let's say somebody saying this and all, because I've been enough time, enough years I've spent in the market that I know that I have to do my own homework. Okay. So just now go back to Yes Bank. See, all our problems are because what happened in the past. So people are looking, I bought Yes Bank at 400, I bought at 350, I bought at 300. Why did you buy at that time? It was the worst possible, bank at that point of time. Because I have dealt with that bank. When I was a stockbroker, we had asked for a bank guarantee for 1 crore. So those guys came to my office. They took all our financials. And then they said, sir, we have to show it to Rana Kapoor and then he'll approve it. I said, for 1 crore, Rana Kapoor is to sit on that. What kind of a bank your bank is? This is a very lousy bank. I'm sure Rana Kapoor is not even, not bothered. And I am also not bothered. So I went to some other bank. So I knew that time S Bank was 400. It was the toast of the town. But S Bank was not to be bought at 400 or 300 because the bank was managed by a crook clearly. Why was he wanting my 1 crore bank guarantee? Because I have to pay him some bribe. Okay. Otherwise, why will the MD come for 1 crore? So he had gone to that levels. So I knew this bank is in trouble. But I also know S Bank is one of the finest banks as far as the user interface is concerned. when the systems which they, what is the best? That I know because somebody who is a very senior person in IT told me. He says, I bank with S Bank. Though our account is with ICICI Bank, I also have with HDFC Bank. The three user interfaces, if you want to transfer funds, receive funds, whatever, that internet banking, the best is best S Bank. He told me that. So I kept it back of my mind. Then the fraud came out, which it has to come. It doesn't take long time. So then S Bank came down to 6 rupees, whatever time. Then we bought also on that day, but that was because we thought we'll buy it 6 and sell it at 10. But they made a rule saying that 75% of your stocks cannot be sold. So our stocks have got stuck. So we have not been able to sell that time. Then I looked at the performance. Okay. If you look at the performance, see, S Bank made loss. When did they make loss? They were making profits and suddenly they started making a loss till March 2021. They made a loss of 3,788 crores for the quarter. After that, June they made a profit. September they made a profit increase. December increase in profit. March 2022 increase in profit. June 22 increase in profit. September 22 is reduction in profit for some other reason. Before that, I'm just saying I knew there's a turnaround because the new management who had come was very sound and sober guy, and Yes Bank was no longer a private sector bank, it was a public sector bank. Why? Because SBI owns 30%, then LIC owns something. So between the banks, the conglomerate of banks, they own about 50% and all. So S Bank is not the same S Bank. 18,600 is not the same 18,600. Always context. Without context, if you go and identify something, you will end up in disaster. So last year I started buying at 12 rupees 50 paise, 13. Again, I did something called jobbing. You sell, buy, and I brought it down to 10 rupees. Now, when I put this proposal last year saying that I bought only two stocks for my daughter, one is ITC and S Bank, I was trolled left, right, center. So why are you buying ITC? It has not gone up for 9 years. So I said, because it has not gone up for 9 years, I'm buying it. Because it has done very well in the last 9 years. 220, it doesn't go, it's an old man. You are an old man. So it is like you, it hardly moves. So somebody said, do you really have 30 years of experience? Only a fool will buy S Bank and ITC. I said 70% ITC, 30% S Bank. So I said, I'm a fool only, sir. What to do? So S Bank didn't go up and ITC didn't go up. Now, if you look at it, today S Bank has got two investors, marquee investors, Carlyle and the other company. Now, the other company has not invested in India at all. And their first investment is sitting in S Bank at 5%. Or 10%, whatever that percentage they have taken. And who is Carlyle? Carlyle, on the board of Carlyle is our gentleman, Aditya Puri. Now, Aditya Puri will know a little bit about banking in India. If he has persuaded Carlyle to buy a stake in Yes Bank, what does it mean? It means they see some promise, potential. And what is the rate they have purchased? 13.87 for equity and 14.74 for convertibles, which has got approved last week. 13.87 is a stop loss, first level stop loss 14.74. It was available at 16.5 just recently, not too long ago. I am saying I am buying at 16 rupees, 16 half. My stop loss is 14.7. And remember one thing, investment bankers like Carlyle and all know, they will squeeze blood out of stone. Blood out of stone. So if they have hammered the price to 14.74, obviously they will look at what is there in the future. Why will they buy something at 14.74, take such a big risk and want to sell at 13 rupees and go? And in that you have this Aditya Puri, who is supposed to be the best banker, HDFC Bank. He was the MD for 25 years. So on what basis will they recommend their board to buy S Bank at 14.74 unless they feel it's a great promise? If Aditya Puri, who has gone through the books, like nobody else would have gone through the books, no analyst, no strategist, no technical analyst, no fundamental analyst would have gone through as much as Aditya Puri's team would have gone through. And if they feel 14.74 is worthwhile to convert our equity into debentures into equity, who am I? Who am I to say it is not good at 15 rupees? I bought earlier to Aditya Puri. That is okay. It's my luck. Let me say. I bought it on fundamentals. Fundamental improvement. It is no longer public sector, private sector. It is a state bank subsidiary. It is Chota State Bank. Because State Bank has got 30%. See, this is information available. I don't have any inside information. You have to read. You have to study. You have to challenge yourself. I'm putting my hard-earned money, my daughter's money. My daughter came to me and said, "I have savings. I'll do a SIP." I said, "You just do only this." She was shocked. She said, "Why are you telling me only these two?" I said, "Look at ITC as a FD because it's giving 5.25% dividend yield. Don't look at it as a cigarette company. Don't look at it as a FMCG company. Don't look at anything. Look at it as only an FD. 5.25% you're getting." ITC management has said 85% of all our profits will go into paying back dividends. It is that is the dividend policy. It is in public domain. So I recommended to people ITC as a FD, not as a company. I said you'll get 5.25 safe dividend yield. So you have to look at it in perspective. Put that into context. So why should I say ITC? I told ITC people said I don't like cigarette companies. They are sin companies. All that. Arey Baba, how do you know SBI is a very pure company? Who is pure? I am not pure. You are not pure. What are we trying to judge others? You want to make money? I'm not saying it is get into smuggling or you know. Sorry, just a minute, please. Yeah. So you are betting. Don't. You are not going to a betting syndicate. You are going into a corporate company which is 110-year old, and it is making it's a profit making dividend paying company since inception. Same thing with S Bank was a bad bank. So now if you say S Bank is no bank, that's good to make a meme, to have fun. But you want to make money or you want to make a meme, that choice is yours. So for me, I come to the stock market to make money. Others may come to make memes, may come to troll me. But 12.5 to 22 rupees is a reasonably good return, I think, in a stock market which is uncertain in less than a year. Or let's take 1 year. Or let's take 15 months. In 15 months, if you're making between 12.5 to 22, I think it's a decent bet. Now the question is, what is hypothetical right now? But my point of view is like this: that if Aditya Puri comes on the board of S Bank and he becomes the MD, what do you think will happen to the share price? Think about it. I'm not saying he'll come. Think about it. So the performance profits are decent, actually, Heisenberg. So for me, it is not making any sense to sell it. Somebody said no, no, don't you know that in March, it, all the shares which are there will come into play. Are you able to hear me? Because a phone call came. So
Yes, yes,
is
Vijay sir,
yeah,
we
good.
are able to
Okay,
hear you.
that's right.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So in March, people will come and flood the market. Are Baba, those people whose shares have been frozen, like mine and somebody else, they've all bought at 300 rupees. So even if it is at 22 rupees, you think they'll come and sell? Nobody will sell at a loss. If that person had got a chance between 300 and it came down to 6 rupees, he did not sell. Why will he sell at 22 rupees? Think about it. And does Aditya Puri not know that those fellows are going to, there is a possibility that it will flood the market? Then why he is buying at 14.74? To take a kickback? Think about that. Okay. Sandil, Heisenberg, I hope I have answered it as comprehensively as possible. Anish, thank you for that. Sandil, good morning. Uh, Andkar asked me what will be the best buy for S Bank. I don't know what do you mean by that. See, for me, how I operate, I'll tell you. I have a portfolio of 33, 35 stocks. Every day morning, I look at the portfolio. I means I'm saying family portfolio, extended family portfolio, uncles, pickles, all father-in-law, not father-in-law, sorry, son's father-in-law, son-in-law, sorry, son-in-law's father. I don't know what it's called. Daughters, cousins, all of the portfolio. I am the mentor. So I look at it. So I say every day I'm looking at these 35 stocks. What do I do? Do I buy, hold, or sell? Every day when I look at SBAC, I'm saying I'm holding it, which means equal to buying. So for me, the price is not yet reached where I should get scared. But I put stop loss. I put 12% stop loss. I put 12% on the purchase price of 12. Now maybe my stop loss is 15, which is still I'll make a profit. So I have a stop loss always of 12% on my purchase price, not the current market price, always the purchase price. So sometimes my stop loss got triggered. Out of 33, 35 stocks, some 5, 6 stops, stop loss has been triggered. Like LIC, my stop loss got triggered 2, 3 times. Now it is going up. But you need to have a stop loss. Raj, you're asking, you're the only bull left in social media. What to do? It is better to be alone But if you're alone and right, then then you have the whole field to yourself. Don't you think so? Uh, Javed says S Bank has been fruitful. I did capitalize. Thank you, Javed. Anyway, whatever I say is not recommendation. I'm only telling you in a transparent manner what I think about a stock, and if I own that stock, I will tell you. Rupal Talati asks, "What is your view on IT sector and LTM?" Uh, Today, I think first of all the session may go on a little longer because I'm speaking too much. Rupal, see, I believe strongly that the IT sector probably has bottomed out. But I also know that IT sector is overbought. So the question will be, how can it be overbought if it is at such low prices? Because it's like S Bank at 25 rupees when it was falling down. Everybody was owning it. Same thing is with Infosys, TCS, and all that. I actually bought five stocks: Tech Mahindra, Infosys, LT, TS, LT, IM, then HCL Tech. You see, I bought it just for a trading bet and I have gone out of it now. I don't have any IT stocks. I don't intend to buy it because we are coming to January. January is when you will have these people coming out and giving profit warnings. Already two people have given profit warning. HCL Tech has given, I think Mastech has done something like that. So people are scared. I'm talking who the management is scared. So I don't want to get into stocks where the management is not sure. Now I'm looking at to buy today for budget. Now what will go up in before budget? What will others buy before budget? So I'm thinking I'll buy railway stocks, I'll buy PSUs, PSU banks, PSEs, I'll buy infrastructure stocks. That is the bet I'm laying on. This is a tactical bet. Strategic bet, I'm bullish on the market. I'm bullish even on IT. But tactical bet, see, all of us have limited money. So we need to prioritize. So for me, I am prioritizing against IT, against metal. Metals may go up. See, in a good bull market, everything goes up. But priority. For me, I'm taking a risk or I'm taking a chance by moving away from IT and getting into IT and metal and getting into PSUs, PSEs, that public sector enterprises, infrastructure companies. Okay. So that is it. And IR Sab, yeah, you are right. Kagas dikao, there is no kagas dikao. They will not have kagas. Kora kagas rahega. Jo bhi hai. Okay. Srikanth asked me Telegram group has some issue, unable to get connected to Telegram group. I'll please resend the link. Srikanth, there are about more than nearly 800 people on my Telegram group. Yeah, I will again send you the link. I don't think you'll have a problem. Mohammed asked now is the time to buy S Bank or to wait. I am not a SEBI registered advisor. I have no idea. So I am holding it, but my purchase price is much lower and I'm anticipating higher prices. This is all I can say on Yes Bank. Co-fathers-in-law is correct, Ram. Thank you for educating me on that. But if I say co-fathers-in-law, they will father-in-law. They may blink. People may begin. Tamil it is easy. Sambandhi they can say. Or Kannada they will say Bigiru. So at least it is easy. Here I can't. Co-father-in-law English tricky. Sendil asked me on Asian tiles and Piramal. See Asian tiles, I bought it. I was very disappointed. Asian Tiles is a damn good company. I was very disappointed because the tile, some or other problem is there. So I just dropped it. I probably would have broken even or made some minor loss. Or see, I don't care. If I'm wrong, I will sell it off. Though 12% is my stop loss, but if I find a better opportunity, I'll sell even if it is 1%, 2%. If I feel it may not go up. And in case of 1 minute, what was it? Piramal Pharma, I have bought it and my stop loss
ओ
has been
बैंड
triggered
के लौड़े
twice.
चुप हो जा तेरी माँ की चूत तेरी बहन
Yeah. So Piramal Pharma, I hold it and I'm hoping that things will get better. It's a damn good company. USFDA has not been able to catch them on anything. It's also domestic facing. I think there is a future in Piramal Pharma, but it may take time. Manappuram and Muthoot. See, the problem with Manappuram and Muthoot are they are in gold lending business. I have never really understood this gold lending business. I know it is safe business for them because they can, they what is that LTV? That is what they give based on a loan to something value, something it is called. And but somehow it has not attracted me. So I have. And also it is not attracted the market. So see, all of us have limited money, limited time. So for me, that kind of NBFCs generally don't attract me. Because I will go and buy banks. So I have Muthoot and Manappuram are good companies maybe, but uh, maybe time will come. I have not even bothered to look.
They're lending gold against the gold, right?
Yeah. So I know. I'm just saying. See, it is a personal preference. I don't have a preference. Ganesh Agde asked me PCBL. What is PCBL full form? Can you tell me? IR says ITC has bought it on a monthly SIP. I hope you make good money, IR sir. Aman Singh, you are asking me on ITBs. ITBs is a damn good instrument. Any ETF is a damn good instrument. I've been telling my clients, my friends, if you want to enter stock market, enter through the ETFs. Globally, people buy into ETFs because they are the cheapest way to enter the stock market. So Nifty base is there, bank base is there, IT base is there, gold base is there, silver base is there. So I have at this point of time, I'm not bullish on IT. If I had money, I won't buy IT base. If anything, I may buy a bank Nifty base or a Nifty base right now. Swarna asked me about Bajaj Twins. Bajaj Twins, I don't know what is happening. They're good companies, but their chart is not giving me any confidence. I'm generally not in favor of NBFCs because I think the banks will beat the NBFCs. The public sector banks, see, we have a very wrong impression of public sector banks. I hold quite a few public sector banks. So to that extent, I'm biased, but bias has come because I have studied this. What you saw public sector banks 10 years ago, 5 years ago are not the same again. So wherever Bajaj will go, Karur Vaishya can go, or a South Indian Bank can go, or a Union Bank can go, or a PNB can go. So banks, any small banks, big banks, all of these can beat NBFCs, and the system is getting loaded against NBFCs. That is why you are seeing a merger of HDFC Bank. That is one reason. HDFC is an NBFC finally at the end of the day. So the system is going towards banks. So I would not put much emphasis on Bajaj or any NBFCs for that matter. When I look at the chart, it is not giving me confidence. Then Hari Shankar asks about commercial vehicle industry, especially Ashok Leyland. Ashok Leyland was one of my first stocks to buy. Hari, I bought it at around 144, 45. It went up to 56 something, some 10 rupees or something I made. But then I sold because I wanted to buy pharma or I wanted to buy auto ancillaries. See, my logic was like this: that if auto industry is doing well, auto ancillary industry also should do well. And I had information from people who supply to autos that auto industry is willing to pay top dollar for their products because they are in demand. The auto ancillaries have to supply greater number to these companies which are producing in greater numbers. So I bought related companies. I am into tire, for instance, or a Precall. I bought many auto component companies, but I sold most of them. I got only a couple of them, tire and this Apollo tire and this Precall. Because now what I'm doing is I am trying to get into budget related companies. So that is the thing. Hey man, yeah, this forum is in English. Kannada places where I go, I have to speak in Kannada, but this is my forum, so I speak in English. At best, I try to speak in Hindi where it is required, otherwise, English primarily. Raj Ratan, I really have not studied, but I'm a little bit skeptical of. You mean Raj Ratan wires, right? I'm assuming that. Is that I don't know. You're assuming Raj Ratan wire means see that it has got a high PE ratio. It's in metals. See, I don't like companies which are having a PE of more than 30, unless it is very like Yes Bank will have some 40 maybe. So there may be an exception. As again, I say context. So I am not very kicked with these metal companies. So Raj Ratan, if you are talking Raj Ratan Global, that's a metal company, gets into wiring and all that. Good company, done very well because return on capital employed is nearly 40%. If return on capital employed 40%, damn good company. But you see what happens is price to book value is huge, 12. So I'm not, first of all, I'm not bullish on metal, so I don't want to go there. So that is the reason. Otherwise, it's a damn good company on purely on fundamentals in terms of profit growth. It's very good. But only thing is, it is having a high PE and it's having a price to book is very high. So that is as far as the Raj Ratan is there. Throw some light on Reliance. See, Nagaraja, Reliance, I've been telling people this is the my favorite stock. In all times, Reliance will be there in the portfolio. Always. See, some days railway stocks may be in portfolio, may not be in portfolio. IT may be in portfolio, IT may not be in portfolio. L&T may be there, not there. Pharma may be there, not there. But Reliance is evergreen. I know of Reliance since 1980s. I have seen this gentleman's father, how he behaved, how he was those days, Dhirubhai Ambani, and I've got immense respect for him. So, I'm like his bhakt, you can say. So I never short Reliance. I will, if I have money, I'll buy. It's a very slow moving company, but it is like an elephant. And Reliance defines Indian stock market. And I have seen, Reliance grow right from 80s, mid 80s. I have seen how they have grown. I've seen Dhirubhai Ambani himself, how he used to conduct himself in public. So I'm really very respectful. So I have completely biased in favor of Reliance Industries. So that is as far as Reliance. Pan Parag, LIC, yes, LIC is one thing. If I have money, I would definitely buy LIC because I always believed LIC is if the Indian stock market goes up, LIC will benefit. Now I think Indian stock market is going up, LIC is going up. LIC also has come down significantly. Its P ratio is 16, 17, not a bad P ratio. And it is the mother of all fund managers, I would say, because it's got a huge fund in stock market. So I'm very bullish on LIC. I don't have money. Philips Carbon Black. Philips Carbon Black is what you said. Let me just say, because I am not actually um, invested in that. You see, some of these Goenka companies, no, they have not done that well. That is the problem with this both HV Goenka, this other Goenka, KP Goenka, and all that. But if you look at pure fundamentals, it is very good. We got a P less than 12, is only 11 something, but it's moving sideways. But you see, they have a good dividend yield, about 4%. And I think it's not a bad company to invest. Certainly not a bad company to. If I had money, maybe I'll invest because, yeah, I think recent results also have been very good. Though I think the net profit has come down, but if you look at sales and all, they've gone. See, all these companies know their problem will be their input costs. Input costs, wherever they're having this, oil related, they will have a problem. So now this time oil is all coming down, distillates or whatever those input costs will come down for this kind of companies. So there is this could be this looks very interesting, I would say. These are all specialty companies, no? They're basically, so I think it's interesting, I would say. Uh, see, I also, I study about 100 companies. Out of that, I pick up 35. So maybe I might have studied 200 companies. So some of them are I've sold off, right? So this is not come in my son because it is basically the specialty chemicals I've just kept away. But this is certainly a very interesting company. Only thing is, Goenka companies don't really do much. If you see the graph also, it is stuck somewhere. It's stuck, I think at 120, 130, 140 it has got. But some accumulation is happening, I feel, in the last 4 or 5 months in terms of volumes. So that may look very interesting for PCBL. You asked about Raj Ratan wires, huh? Raj Ratan, what is it? Raj Ratan wires? Yeah, Raj Ratan global wires only. I said that's what it is. Satya paper, AJ, Satya. See, I had a choice between Satya Industries. No, sorry, Satya Industries. It is a integrated paper manufacturer. So I had a choice between JK Paper and Satya. Both of the, in fact, I thought JK Paper has got lower P, and JK Paper is a leader in this Xerox paper, no, and JK Singania Group. So I plumped for JK Paper, but somehow it has not performed for last some time. It will perform because it's a damn good company. Same thing with Satya. Satya also a damn good company. It will perform. But I preferred JK over Satya. And what is it? CL Educate. I'll find out what, because this first time I'm hearing CL Educate. Let me see what it is. What is that? This one interesting it is. So I have to find out what there was a Naveen something was there. No, what is that? Is that the same company or what? I'm wondering. Have they changed it or so? See, these kind of companies will go. I mean, will do steady, steady business. I think they'll do. I'm not gone deep, but right now it looks a very interesting company. It's in the education business, and you see, these are debt-free companies, and that is one good thing about it. So I think it's very it's an interesting company, I would say. And yeah, education business is always good business. Margins may be low. That may be the only issue with this kind of companies. Then I hope AJ have been able to give you some feedback on both of your companies. Ram as farmers at their best time during COVID, before and after the news driven. What do you think will drive momentum? It is so. What will drive momentum is simply this: domestic facing farmers are doing very well, so they will come with good results as we go along. And it's a good defensive sector. IT was a good defensive sector. I think pharma will be. The problem with pharma is they get caught on this USFDA. That is the only worry I have. I used to have. See, I started with some 40% in PSU banks. Then I moved to 40% in pharma. Now I'm trying to move 40% in PSEs, public sector enterprises, which means I'm reducing pharma. I've reduced PSU banks. I have in a couple of banks, Bank of India, PNB, SBI, Bank of Baroda. These are four banks. I think I don't have Canara. I used to have Canara. I love Canara, but I've sold. Union I've sold. Indian Bank I've sold. So I've now moved to these railway stocks. That kind of. See, BPCL, HPCL, Rupal is a I think some breakout is happening there. See, the only problem I always have with these oil marketing companies is the government is very greedy. All governments, not this government, all governments. So they'll take away, they will force them to, give dividend. Dividend yield is very good. So, hey, are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, Vijay sir. Yes, yes.
Yeah, Nagaraja says no audio. I don't know. Nagaraja, maybe the problem is with you. So BPCL, HPCL, IOC seem to have broken out. Very interesting companies. Maybe uh, now momentum will catch. But I have not bought simply because of this. Uh, Dev Prasad says last 6 months back you said this bank will move significantly. Sometimes we are lucky also, Dev Prasad. You identify great script. Let's say you bought ITC in 2013 till 2022 it didn't move at all. So sometimes great scripts does not move. Sometimes you are at the right time, it will move. So it was I'm happy if you have bought it. I'm really much more happy. If you have bought it and made money, it's much more happy. I feel more happy. Harishankar, allocate any money for Bharat bond? No, I don't. I'm not a bond guy. I'm pure equity. So I'll tell you one small thing. My co father-in-law. That's what Ram calls it. See, he retired from one of the public sector banks, and he had typical banker. He put all his money in FDs only in his life. And the other day, somewhere in June, I told him, "Why don't you move out of FDs?" He didn't have a demat account, so I told him, "Why don't we buy some dividend yield companies?" So there were so many companies like I remember Coal India was 145 or something like that. Good dividend yield, mostly double-digit dividend yield companies were there, PSUs. So I made him open a demat account with 70 plus Cs, and he was very reluctant. I told him, "Boss, don't worry. I've given my daughter to your son. I must be a good guy. So please believe me and please invest." So I made him invest in some 5 companies. Dividend yield about double-digit dividend yield. Now capital appreciation is a bonus if it comes, and touchwood with God's grace, capital appreciation has come. So I look for if anything I want to buy bonds, I'll buy it in the dividend yield companies in equity. So that is what it is. NBCC is become my current favorite for quite some time, and I bought it yesterday also. Uh, CG says easiest way to make money in equity market to be bullish and optimistic. I completely agree with you, CG. I used many times I've been bearish and lost hugely. You can be bullish and lose hugely, but if you're bullish and you identify your stocks with the same amount of uh, due diligence, if you do, then you'll certainly make money. This I learned after 60 years. I mean, now I'm 60. So we learn as we go along. So that is what I say. Now let's come back to Chanakya. I'm sorry I kept you waiting, Vinay, but I wanted to.
I mean, I do
Yeah,
not have any
Chanakya, go ahead.
stocks. I do not have any stock specific questions, sir. I just have a request from you. Is since you have traction and people of followers, and while you are kind of educating people about the stocks and your approach, for example, you used a keyword market operators and third force, and most of the traders or investors do not know a technical terminology in stock market and how do they operate in real life. So you take like 5 minutes or something like that in every session, and probably explain the one concept each session, so that will be very helpful for people. So that is what I thought I would say, and I'm Anil, sir. Like, this is my clubhouse name. We spoke earlier. Anil.
Yeah, Anil. Yeah, thank you for the what shall I say suggestion. So, what do you want me to speak about 5 minutes in this? Tell me,
Not
operators.
in this.
No, if you want me to speak on operators, I'll speak. Or if you want me to speak any 5 minutes on any topic,
Yeah,
I'll speak.
every time I come to your panel, like there will be one that keyword. I mean, like key concept that you talk about. And if you can elaborate that, how that particular mechanism works in real life, like let's say operators for today's discussion. So how do they manipulate the market, and what is their influence on the market? So how do you identify when operators are kind of active in the market? So that probably is a kind of a red flag for people who will go all in stock market, and they may kind of wait for some time to kind of reduce their risk. So that is what I wanted to
Yeah. Okay. I will. I'll come back to that. I will definitely talk on operators. I'll tell you some good stories also. Couple of them at the end. Vinay, if I don't say, you remind me. Chanakya, be
Sure.
there. Hmm? Anil, just be there. Vinay, I think Vinay slept off. Vinay,
Hello.
uh,
Sir, can you hear me?
I'm not able to hear you, Vinay. I don't think anybody else is able to hear.
Sir, one minute, sir. Hello.
Yeah, tell me, Vinay. Go ahead.
Sir, I have a question. And Dalmia Group has brought this J Prakash Ventures. So, like, how this, like, we can, if we can come to know about this deal, so that we can hold the positions in JP Cements or JP Associates. So yesterday it has the stock has gone up 10%. So could we able to catch this kind of trends or any hints, sir?
Yeah, Vinay, see, you see, the thing is, like Dalmia, this was known. You see, most of the time, no, it is not a surprise. You will know if you're reading or if you're, watching the news, no, you will know. So some rumors will be there. So you go and follow. What do you do is, you must look at, see, Dalmia Bharat are not analyzed. Let me just put and see. I'll tell you. Okay, just now let's take Dalmia Bharat, right? So Dalmia Bharat, you see, the news would have come somewhere in November. I suspect so. I have not really followed much, but if you see, in September there was some volume which took place. It went up to some 1750 and then it died. Then when you see in sorry, November and somewhere in November, it started hitting a double top and again it started going up about in the last week of November. You look at the volume slowly and steadily, the volume increased in November. So if you see the chart, you look at in September also volume increased, then it died. Again in November it increased, again it died. This is generally accumulation. This is how operators operate. The insiders know, you can sense it. See, all of us have limited time, and so I have not looked at Dalmia, and neither have I tried to participate. Though I wanted to buy JP Associates, I bought JP Associates. It did nothing, and I gave away. Now it has gone up. Today again it has come down. So you will see all these operators and all that now insiders, they leave their tracks. So you don't have to worry about them. Okay, I'll talk more about operators a little later, but I'm saying in case of Dalmia, I would say if somebody is following that, if somebody wants to buy into it, he can look at the volumes where there was an increase in volumes, and the increase on 30th November it increased further. Then you see it has gone up and it has now today it has fallen, right? From the news has come and fallen. So buy and rumor, sell on news would have happened in case of Dalmia. I'll give you a better example. You take Gujarat Ambuja. Okay. Now I remember when I was conducting some sessions somewhere in May, June, July, when this what's the name? Our Adani bought it at 385. Okay, and he was given an open offer. Soon after he made that open offer, for about 4 or 5 months, it never crossed that 385, and it was available at 365. So I told I didn't. I don't recommend anybody to buy. I also bought, and then you see so much of information I have. Available information, Adani has bought, so why can't we buy at 365? So you're buying 20 rupees lower than Adani. You can buy even at 395, 10 rupees only. Adani is buying for long term. So I had to use that money somewhere. So I moved out of Ambuja. And this stock was available for nearly 3-4 months after Adani made the open offer. If we go and see, somewhere in April, May, I think you would have made. And till August, it was just stuck there. It never went above Adani's purchase price. But you see, after that, what is it? So many times, this is available. I told you, 14.74 is this price of S Bank, the offer price. It was available at 15.5 after that also. So it is not very different. If that guy is buy at 14.74, why can't I buy at 15 rupees 50 paise? Same thing with if Adani can buy at that price, why can't I buy 20 rupees lower? It was available 20 rupees lower. So sometimes, you may miss. You can't catch everything because the market is huge. Sometimes you don't feel bad about it. It's okay, one more opportunity will come. So, but it will show you in the prices. You forget, you go back to Ambuja, you see the volume started increasing only in September. At what rate time? It was 450. People said, oh, 450 it has gone. It's too much. But you see today, 585, right? Even when the volume was there, you can catch it. That is when the operators would have jumped. They wouldn't have bought at, 375 and below that. In fact, the smart guys have bought actually in April. If you see the April volume from 300, it went to 365, 375. That is the insiders would have bought. And then the insiders bought and gone. They're not there every day in the market. The operators, insiders, whatever you call it. They bought somewhere at 325, 330 with good volume. You see the volume. Suddenly it is increased. Beginning of the year, no volume. But sudden volume increased after March. April, it increased. Continuously, it went up. Then it stabilized. Then Adani made the offer. Then the operators are not there. Second time again they came, somewhere in August. So that is how you try to, find out. So operators, insiders will always leave their mark. So as retail investors like us, you and me, what do we know? We don't know anything. But what do we have? We have data. With data, we should be able to capture. So that is what we should do. We can't capture everything. We don't know why something is gone up. But if you feel, if you smell something, or if you get some information like what happened in Adani, you must go and buy it. Okay. Uh, okay. Then, is there any other question? I hope I answered your question. I'm
Yes.
not able to hear you.
Sir, I mean
Vinay.
to say that. Yeah, I mean to
Uh,
say that whether this the companies are gone up with NCLT and these kind of things. Suppose if you analyze the same thing, Reliance Capital
mm,
is a bidder of Piramal Enterprises.
mm,
So if the deal happens or not, we don't know.
mm.
Either we can able to catch so upcoming trends or on basis of this analysis, so that we can able to capture some kind of a trends or some 2% profit in that. So I want to know about that, sir. Just I
Yeah,
asked that.
see, now, correct. I understand. So, like India Bull Real Estate is there. It is going to say NCLT, right? So, something is happening there. So, if you look at it, it is looking interesting. I have not bought India Bull Real Estate, but I'm just saying India Bull Real Estate is an example which you are saying. If you see, that is, there is some thing happening. It has gone to, what shall I say? It has gone to NCLT. Some decision will come. You see the price, it's some 82 rupees. So if you want to take a chance, you can take, because, I'm not saying you should take chance or anything. I'm just saying it is lying low. So it's looking interesting. So you must observe that kind of stocks. India Bull Real Estate is an example. So I wanted to buy India Bull Real Estate at above 94, 95, 96, somewhere, because that is from there it has not been able to cross. So if I want to buy India Bull Real Estate based on the NCLT, I'll buy at 96, because I'm able to see some accumulation going on. So maybe it is very good buy at 82 also, but I have not bought, and I don't think I will buy now. Because I have kept my mind at 96. See, also my mind is focused on budget, so I am just not wanting to take speculative chances. I want to take high probability chance. So I'm not there in India Bull Real Estate, but something is there. India Bull Real Estate, pathetic performance. Everything is wrong with it, but it's got a brand name. It's there in NCLT. Somebody will grab it, or you should do. If I want to buy, let's say if I'm desperate to buy, what I will buy? I'll buy it today. I'll put a stop loss at 72, some 10-12% lower. I'll put and just forget it. One day, if it goes up again, I'll buy it 96. If it doesn't go up, if my stop loss get hit, I'll get out of it. So this is one example. India Bull. Yeah. Now, Senthil, you asked how to identify value. Normally, I don't trade in small caps, Senthil. I trade in mid caps and large caps. So, value in small caps will be, you have to go through the fundamentals. As I told you, I look at P ratios. I look at PEG, how it has grown. I look at promoter stake. I look at the industry they're in. These are some of the things I try to look at it. And of course, I want always look at whether there is a story. If there is a story, I will buy, which may not be known to people, in the sense which people may not pay attention to story. So I'll buy those kind of stocks. So I'll make a list and I'll buy. So for instance, today the story is PSEs, because I think budget will be very good. So I'm thinking, what will Nirmala Sitharaman do on budget day? There will be Nirmala candle, I'm very sure. Okay, on February 1st, and it will be a green candle. All Nirmala candles are green candles. They're never red candles. So I'm thinking, what will she announce? And before that, what people will, buy? What are likely to buy? So this is like in football now. If you see World Cup, some Luka Modric also has come. I think he's going to asked me some questions before Luka Modric, who's the captain of Croatian team. I'm sure it is not that Luka Modric, but I'm just saying. Now this Luka Modric in Croatia, what he's doing, why he's such a great player is he's anticipating where those players are there, and the person, his teammate, now he will when he passes, he will pass it to where the ball will when his teammate passes, no, he will pass to where the ball will land. He will think where this ball will land. Not nobody passes directly to Luka Modric. They will put it in the vacant space where Luka Modric will run and score the goal. So you should see where are the vacant spaces. Who are the fellows who will? So you should know where the ball will go. So you have to anticipate. So like Luka Modric anticipates, I'm anticipating saying that there will be a run in the market, bull run. It's not yet started. It will be in PSEs, public sector enterprises. So I'm buying public sector. Now it is possible I may be wrong, but probability for me is that high probability that may go there. So that is what I am buying PSEs. Ram asked me what point would you review your position. Right now, Ram, it is like this. I am holding it, adding to it, not added recently, but I added something recently. But by and large, all my average may be 14 or something because I added recently something, some 18 also added. So I'm just thinking for the I'm waiting for the announcement of the board seat. Board seat has not been announced. 2 board seats are available for the 2 investors, Carlyle and the other bank. So I want to know who is coming on the board. Based on that, I'll take a decision. Right now, I have nothing to, nothing to think about that. I just left it like that. So about will it go to 3 digits? I don't know. I review. I don't have targets. I just say, as I said, no, buy, hold, or sell. Today is S Bank a buy? Yes, it is a buy, but I will not buy. But in my mind, it is a buy. It's a hold, certainly. It's not a sell. So I just review it every day. I'm a person in the market. Every day I'm sitting here and 5 hours I spend after market to find out what is happening. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to catch any negativity if it's there. These are all very, now they are focused stocks. Yes Bank, nobody was looking at it just 10 days ago. So now everybody's interest is there. So I want to be very careful. So there are certain stocks, you need not be careful. Now I have to be careful on S Bank. Not because of the price, because of the interest. Suddenly everybody has come into it. Like PSU banks, everybody came suddenly. So I need to know which banks I should hold, which banks I should give away. So that way, it's my own patent. It is not, there no rule, formula or something. If I feel uncomfortable, I will cut much part of S Bank. 50% I'll cut. Whatever amount I have, I'll cut it. So right now I'm holding. Jamna Auto, Jamna Auto also I hold in the portfolio. Very disappointing. Very good company. I don't know why it is disappointing. I don't know what to do. It's there in our portfolio. So that's on Uniparts listing. Uniparts. Excuse me. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Uniparts is again it's a recent listing, right? And it's a mid cap, and I think it is doing well. Probably one can. I have to really read a little more on this. So I want to, I have not yet formed any opinion, but on the face of it, it looks good. It's got a low PE. It's a profitable company. Return on capital employed is damn good. 30%. I want 30% means it's damn good. But of course, Motherson Wiring return on capital employed is some 59. I don't like Motherson Group, so I'm not buying that, for instance. It is looking interesting, I would say. Return on equity is also good. So it's a new company. One has to really study a little bit, but I think it has grown over a period of time. It has grown, so it looks interesting. But I have not gone deep into it. I must go deep into it if I want to find out. So that's on Uniparts. Okay, now we come back. Luca, all yours.
Yes, sir. I just trying to learn from you. Like you did MBA into 1987 from JBIMS. So I come
No,
here
wait.
for
Sorry,
some
I'm not able to hear you, Luca. Please speak loudly.
Yes, sir. I am just here to listen what you say. Like you did MBA in 1987 from JBIMS, and we are just here to listen to you. Like we don't have much to talk.
Okay, no problem. Thanks, Luca, on that. Some more questions have come. Power Grid. Power Grid is a public sector enterprise, so that is there in the portfolio. NCC, I'm holding it because I believe it's got a long way to go. Sula Wines, I'm a teetotaler, but that doesn't mean I don't have an opinion on wines. I whatever I have heard and all, it looks overpriced. So wine may be good, but I'm not so sure about the pricing of the IPO. I've not gone deep into it, but uh, whatever I've read about it, so I just did. First of all, IPOs I don't like. I like to buy it on listing. So right now I don't even apply, so I just not bothered. But IPOs have been generally disappointing, and the reviews of Sula IPO is that it is overpriced. So I'm just reserving my judgment on that. Dronacharya is also an interesting one. I have to actually study it. See, IPOs are generally human. I'm not so clued on to IPOs. I will say, show me the money. I don't mind buying it higher price even listing. So IPOs, so many things happen between IPO coming in and there's so many operators in IPOs itself. So I am a little bit. I keep away from IPOs. I don't want to get in there. People will manipulate all kinds of prices, gray market premium, that thing, this thing. I want to give them some time. Uh, um, we Shrikant says, have a look on Nifty, large cap, mid cap index. Yeah. I look more than index now for me stocks because it's the stocks market I call it. So why we should have some focus on all the indices, but more important is finally you buy stocks unless you buy ETF. KPIT AJ KPIT is one company I really like. I think he's damn uh, confident gentleman. I heard him many times. He exudes an air of confidence. It looks expensive, but it is an IT sector. I'm just keeping quiet, but I think that looks very interesting for me. It's very good. Management looks very good. Borosil Renewable. I have to check it out. Uh, See, some of these companies I'm not. Borosil I used to like very much, but Borosil Renewable again. mm, Uh, I've gone to their factory many years ago, 80s, late 80s. We did some work also for them long back. But it looks like it's almost a monopoly, I suspect. But somehow it is not. It is not it. It's not what what I would say. It's not performed. If I look at the technicals chart, it's not volumes are gone. So it may be a good company. I know it's a damn good product, but I don't know. Somehow it is not done as good as I think one should have expected. So uh, again, this price to book, no. Again, to stock P. These are things which will put me off. So I don't want to buy some price to book is some 8, P is some 47. So it is not for me. It is not doesn't come in my category of buying. It is not. Neither does it have. It's got a reasonable ROC, ROE, but somehow I am not impressed with the financials. It may be a good company. See, in a bull market, let me tell you, all stocks will go. All stocks. So this Borosil also should go. And Ratish asks, what's your opinion on InvIT and REIT? Again, I am not investing in InvITs and REITs and all that. See, these are, I don't know, somehow it has not, they're not been, there, I think there are some power grid infrastructure InvIT is there, IRB InvIT is there. They're all new products. I have not really paid too much attention, though they have done very well. They have done very well. So I think maybe, see, InvITs are very popular globally, so maybe this is the time to be investing. I not put my head into that. See, again, as I said, I have very little capital, very little time. To so both InvITs and REITs. No, they are big actually, and maybe they will become big in terms of the concept in the near future. So maybe one can look at them and look at investing in them. I have not done that. I have to really study that. But they are a good concept, and I'm sure it'll catch on in the next few years. Like ETFs, no, ETFs took long time. 2002 they came, but it took a long time, and then it has now taken off. About stop loss in Piramal Pharma, it has been triggered a couple of times already. 12% is my stop loss. It has been triggered. Currently, see what I've done is I love Piramal Pharma, so I bought 195. It triggered, and again I bought at 147. It got triggered. So finally, currently my position in Piramal is what rate it is at? It's at it is at 138 or something. So what has happened is, you see, I not 130 actually, it's a little lower than that. So now if it falls below the recent low, again it'll get triggered. So I have lost twice in Piramal. I lost twice in LIC, twice or thrice I lost in LIC. So my stop loss has been triggered, but I like both of the stocks. So what I'm doing now, if it's come down further lower, no, I'm buying. Like that, I'm in the stock, but I have not taken the entire loss from 197 till now. I have not. So my average right now is the first time I bought 197, 194. Sorry. Now it is my rate is showing 138 because already I've taken my loss and walked away. So that's on Pyramid Farm. So. Okay. So now let me tell you some story about operators. See, first of all, you see this operator thing. My request to people who are new, especially to the market, actually for people who are old also to the market, we have this debate on operators. Never ever fear operators. That is the first fundamental thing. Operators can never take away your money. The only person who will take away your money is you because of fear. So do not fear operators. Do not worry whether there are operators. Operators are there in the market. It is like, when you're going in the street, there will be some drainage. Drains will be there. Like drains, operators are also there. So you can avoid the operators or purely operated scripts you can avoid. Which are those? Those are small caps will be typically purely operated. So large caps operators will be there, but they will not be able to control the price for a long time. So operators will be operating even in options, for instance. They will try to control out of the money options because that is where money power can pull the prices this way, that way. So at the money options, they cannot operate. Only out of the money options, they'll be operating. So operators are there everywhere. You need not fear operators. You try to avoid stocks which are purely operator, which are small caps. Large caps operators just don't bother. And operators usually either operate. These guys generally are people who are connected to the management generally. But there are operators who may not be connected to the management. For instance, if you see that scam 92, you will see Harshad Mehta versus the Junjunwala and other people. Junjunwala and all were bear operators. Harshad Mehta was a bull operator, but they were not exactly connected to the uh, promoter groups. Mostly they're connected, but not always. Sometimes the promoters themselves are operators. There are companies in Z group in BSE where the company promoters themselves are operators. And I have in my career met many operators. Okay. Though I have shook hands with Harsha Mehta or something, but they are not, he's not my friend. It's just that he came to speak, but I don't know him in the sense I only have seen him and seen him speaking. But I know Ketan Parekh was an operator, and I know he was operating in particular strips, and we used to take position against him because we used to think that he's a very weak operator. Then he became strong only in 99, 2000. Otherwise, in 96 and all, he used to operate ACC. So, you get to know if you are in the market, you get to know who are operators, what they will do. So we try to either go with them or go against them. If it's a weak operator, we go against them. So Ketan Parekh was a weak operator. Then he became a very strong operator, extremely strong, and then he created the scam and all. That is a story later, 99, 2000. But in 96, he was not a strong operator. And he used to operate a weak script like ACC, which was economy was not doing well. So all we needed to do is wait that a 5-day settlement. So Wednesday they lock it up 8%, Thursday they lock it up 8%, Tuesday the settlement, Wednesday to Tuesday. So you put a stop loss below the lock price to sell. So on Friday morning it will open higher and it will take away our stop loss. So we will be short in the market at 16% from the opening of Wednesday. So you keep quiet, and on Tuesday they will, because all the people will have to square off, they'll square off, and the prices will come down. So one could operate against a Ketan Parekh successfully because of the way they used to operate. So they were very greedy fellows. So most operators are greedy. So they will lose. Always operators will lose. Okay, very few operators survive. I'm telling you that. They may be whoever they may be. Very few people survive. So it is also happens in among managements also. It is not that these fellows are if their money power alone can pull it up, pull up the price. You cannot. See, market is something very big. These guys don't understand. So they think that they can manipulate the market. No operator has survived to manipulate the market for a long time. The smart operators will move out. Even Junjunwala was a bear operator. He moved, became a bull. No, in that scam they show that he want to become bull. So typically, bear operators have very low shelf life. Bull operators also don't have a very high shelf life. See, you must, if you are a investor, a large investor, you can move the market. But then you are not an operator. You are like Warren Buffett is not an operator. He moves the markets. If you buy something, the price will go up. So these operators are always there. Like when I'll tell you one interesting story. Two interesting stories I'll tell you. So when I was on the floor of the Madras Stock Exchange, uh, there was one company, one company called NEPC Group. I don't know, people may not know, it doesn't exist today. Those days, everybody wants to operate something because people feel proud. I'm operating NEPC, I'm operating Sterling Holiday, I'm operating Alacrity. Those were the companies listed on the Madras Stock Exchange. So you see, I was also on the floor with 600 people. I'm also one of them. Nobody knows me. Now, uh, at at that point of time, somebody contacted me. My friend contacted me and said, "See, somebody wants to meet you. Do you want business?" See, those days, you see, here is a broker. We were sub brokers then. So you see, here you can punch in and you can buy best market, or you can put a rate and it will get done. Those days, no, you have to shout in the. You really have to have a very strong voice, and it used to be only 3 hours. Market used to be only 2.5 to 3 hours, but it'll take away your energy because you are shouting. So you see, everybody wants business because business also only 40% of our orders will get done, maximum, because you cannot find a person who want to sell it to you at what rate you want to buy, or the vice versa. So you see, one person said, "I'll give you good business." That person wants to buy shares at best market. Best market means any rate. So I went and met that financial company person. So that guy said, "I want you to buy this particular company because it is undervalued." So I said, I also studied that company. I said, yeah, it's undervalued. It looks undervalued, but undervalued can remain undervalued for long. He says, the downside is limited. Why don't we buy? So he gave me an order, a large order. So I went in the floor and I started buying. Now, that was a fairly large order, and it was unlimited quantity in the sense, don't worry of the price, you just buy best market. So I kept on buying. And then the price started going up. And everybody thought I am an operator in that stock. Actually, I'm not an operator. I don't know whether that finance company fellow is an operator. Maybe he's connected to the management or something. I have no idea. For me, that guy came with legitimate company. He gave money in check, no cash, nothing. Those days, cash was very common. So he was above the board. No way you can blame him. And I bought, and people started going short. So now what happened? So they thought I'm operating in that particular script, and the price started going up, and everybody looking at me only. And I'm an unknown fellow. So I'm a very ordinary guy. So the executive director they complained to the executive director that this guy, unknown fellow, is jacking up the prices. He's operating on this particular counter. And people used to be proud to operate on counters. And here I'm not proud. Here I'm trying to do business. So they called me and said, show the books. So they asked my broker, and my broker showed the books, and I also went and showed the books that all legitimate dealings, and I've charged brokerage. Brokerage you can charge up to 2.5% those days. So whatever 0.25% we charge, exactly all my match, and fund flows in, fund flows out, everything clean it was. So the executive director, because these are all cartels, the cartels like that. So they went and the executive director didn't know what to do. So he simply slapped a order saying that you are buying so many stocks. Do you have the money? So I said, I've shown you the money. He said, no, you get me 25 lakh rupee check upfront tomorrow morning. So, so they thought that, okay, if they put a 25 lakh rupees, check, if they ask me a 25 lakh rupees margin, then I'll stop buying. So I went and told the client and told him, boss, they have asked you to pay 25 lakhs. So he wrote out a check for 25 lakhs and I presented it to the broker who presented it in the bank, and the executive director was clear. So the news spread that, these guys have given the money. So that particular script just took off because big operators come into the market, and there was nothing which was unusual. But those guys made a big. All the guys who were shorted, they had no shares now, so they were forced. It went up. That stock went up 3 times. And in my books, there was not a single share I had bought in my name. All the shares were bought in that particular company's name. I have delivered. So there is nothing. I have not done front running. I have not done any insider trading. It is very tempting, when somebody gives you an order, very tempting to front run. But somehow my broker used to say, don't front run anything. And that is how the principles of the thing was inculcated in us. So it is good that I didn't, because if I had done it, then I would have got caught. And then I would have got into very big trouble. So our books were clean. We presented check, it did not bounce. And that people panicked and it took off. And an auction was held. There were no shares available because this guy had kept it for long term or what he did, I don't know. So that time people said, oh, this bugger is an operator. So sometimes, no, you do legitimate things also, it becomes an operator. Second story was when we started the NSE. I was managing for my clients who had the money, but they didn't have the expertise. So you see, there was one company, I forget the name of the company right now. It's a Gujarat-based company. They published the result, Rupangi Impex. That is the name of the company. So they published the results in the Hindu, saying that we have made loss of this magnitude. So normally, a Gujarat-based small company listed as NSE, of course, why will they publish it in the Hindu? They will publish it in one national newspaper, some Gujarat Samachar or Times of India. They will publish. Hindu in Chennai edition they published. Basically, their operation was to make people go short in this particular stock. So that was what the operators did. So floating stock, we didn't see that floating stock is how much floating stock is there or what. So, but the moment it was what is called non-delivery period or something, which means you can speculate for a longer time. So everybody piled on. All the Madras people, all of us are smart guys, intelligent guys. We looked at the results and we said, boss, this stock doesn't deserve 400 rupees. It was something 400 or something. Some numbers I'm not able to remember because 95, 96. So everybody piled on. In my terminal, everybody piled on. So we are very sure this is a very bogus company. Then, I had just before the no delivery period ended, I had gone to meet somebody, and casually those guys asked, "Did you short Rupangi?" So I said, "Yeah, generally people are short in my terminal." They said, "We are also short. We're short 20,000, 30,000." So I said, "Very fellow, sitting in Chennai, you are shorting this kind of thing," and then I panicked. I said, I came back to my office. I told all my clients, "Boss, you cover it. There is something going on. If you don't want to go long, you don't go. This is an operated script. Clearly, the script is not falling down. There is so much of bad news is there, but it's not falling down. Be very careful. The price is telling you that something is fishy here because it is visible. So you don't really require to find out who the operator is. All you need is somebody is doing this mischief." So we covered at a loss. And that damn thing went, I think, some 500 to 800 rupees or something. And people who did not cover it got their pants taken off. The operators also didn't make money because they got caught. Because SEBI investigated and their money was confiscated. So finally, the operators didn't make any money. The poor investors like us lost money, and the exchange took it away in their investor protection fund and left it to that, or SEBI took it. So nobody won in that. So I've seen, many such instances. I've just given you two, so that otherwise it'll be bored with so many stories I can give you. So operators, by and large, even corporates whose main job is to really operate the market, borrow from somewhere and then try to. Ketan Parekh, what happened to him? Because the market started falling, he had to borrow more and more money to keep the prices up. So where he was successful between 99 and 2000, he made huge amounts of money and he took bigger and bigger risks. That was his undoing in 2000, 2001 when the Nasdaq crashed and the dot-com boom burst. So to keep up the prices, he had to buy, to keep it stable. To buy, he had to borrow. And there was a scam of the Gujarat Cooperative Bank scam, and he got caught. Invariably, the very few operators I have seen in my life at least, who have been successful for a long time. Unless those guys say, okay, we'll retire after 2 years, 5 years, whatever. When success is there, they will make, they would have made money. I've seen some couple of people who have made money and retired. So those guys are enjoying the benefits of it. So long as there is no illegitimate thing in terms of, see, anybody can buy shares, anybody can sell shares. So long as you don't do any mischief or don't do round tripping, as we call it. So for a gang of 10 people will join and say, I'll buy, you sell, you will buy, I'll sell, and keep the price up. Like in Videocon they did many years ago. So Videocon guy finally escaped, but I think Chanda Kochar got caught. So they maintained the price at 110. If you go and see, it was maintained at 110 for months together. Suddenly the operation got over and it fell down to 18 rupees within a few days. So in that situation, many operators would have lost huge amount of money because they would have held the price at 110, and when it suddenly fell to 18, not everybody can sell. So the same thing would have happened in Yes Bank, in my opinion. A lot of people would have held, and then when they sold, the operators would also been burnt. So operators are not gods. They are not people who can, do anything and get away. They can get away for a short span of time, and invariably they'll meet their doom. So do not worry of operators. Invest in good scrapes, many good scrapes. Even if there's some operation is there one day or 2 day, it will not last for a long time. Operators are generally don't come in, in a good script. Even in derivatives, when they come, they are coming in out of the money options. They are not there, you know, even Nifty future and all that. Little bit of, buying and selling will be there, but that is not something which should affect our investing thesis. See, stock market at the end of the day will give you money if you are willing to not be too greedy. Whenever I've been greedy, my market has taken away money. Whenever I've been depressed, I lost an opportunity. Neither should you be depressed, nor you should be greedy. If you can maintain that balance, the middle path, no. See, I have lived all my life in stock market, so I am happy, man. At the end of the day, so many times I've made mistakes, huge mistakes. Even now I make, but I have now understood after so many years that it's better to be on the middle path. You will make a steady income, and do not get afraid of the market. Don't get afraid of influencers. These are operators in a sophisticated manner. They'll wear a suit, coat, and come on the national channels and give you some lecture. They are the most dangerous operators, in my opinion. The financial influencers are the most dangerous operators. So be aware of them. Listen to them, but act on your own. Okay, so that's on. Let me see if there's some more questions. I'll answer and we'll close it. Mm, See, market makers are different from operators, incidentally. Okay, market makers are different from operators. They are not operate. See, market maker in India also we have market makers. Okay, it's not only in US. So I don't think we should confuse market makers with our operators. Retail liquidity providers, Dinesh. Okay, is there huge scope for tires companies such as Apollo? See, Ram, I have bought Apollo, and uh, so I have bought it. You know why? Because of 5 years it was stuck in a range. Like ITC was stuck for 9 years, Apollo was stuck, and I also saw the petroleum prices coming down. Apollo is doing well. In economy is doing well. Therefore, more four wheelers, two wheelers, the entire auto sector will do well. So Apollo is a leader. I mean, in the top five. Apollo was lowest price among the big tire companies. So I bought it. I am not feeling like selling it right now. I'm waiting. My review is only after budget. I have a feeling there may be some big rally after budget also. That time I'll review. So even good companies may peak out and they may start falling also after budget. I don't know, but I don't want to even think now. My thinking today is, can I buy some stocks? Can I raise some money? I'm trying to raise some money even at this level because I feel this is the last chance to buy, and I want to buy that. So thanks Ram for saying nothing. You speak courses ever. Ramra, you should learn English or type in Hindi. Luca, I think Ram is giving properly. Coal India is a damn good company. My co-father-in-law is holding it, as we say. Uh, so I somehow, I am thinking the market will go a long way. So I don't want to, you know, I think so many stocks are good. Coal India is one certainly. We are holding Coal India. One of my co-in-law, my son-in-law's father is holding Coal India. So I think we'll hold it because it's got both capital appreciation as well as dividend. I should worry about Coal India. So that is as far as Coal India is concerned. Is there anything else you want to ask? I will just close it otherwise.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, sir, we are very fortunate to have you on Clubhouse, sir. Because I was not very convinced with this market, having gone from 15,000 to this level. By God's grace, I met you in Clubhouse, and I was very much interested, and I have attended. If I fail to attend the Clubhouse, also I will have the recordings of the meetings. Sir, today's topic was very interesting. I saw in one of the Twitter handle that this time to sell. This is the last time to sell. So I was I was little bit petrified by that statement, because the guys who are telling that this is the last time to sell was not an ordinary people. They were all names which are renowned, as you have started with the meeting, that they are fashionable market commentators. So as I've been also following this market since 2006, whatever that you are saying, whatever that you are saying, I second it, sir. Because what I have seen, I have traded, I have invested in Bank of India and 250. After listening to your Clubhouse, I invested and it has doubled actually in a short time. So we are very thankful for your input, sir. Because of you, we are, as I don't know, I cannot talk about others, but I am very much convinced, and I am very much uh, the conviction level in me has gone up, because whatever that you are saying is 100% right, sir. And we thank your experience, because what you shared right now about operators, we could not have found it any books. So thank you, and keep hosting such meetings so often, sir. uh, because my father was into stock market, and fortunately, he holded some of the shares, which have turned into some 20-50 beggars. So he never sold anything after this Harshit Mehta scam. He holded all the shares. So I think holding for a long term, and holding with conviction has its own price, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for holding such kind
Yeah,
of meetings.
thank you, Sadil. Thank you. You really touched my heart. I've tried my best. Don't kindly don't believe whatever I say 100%. Kindly do your homework. See, I try my best to give whatever information is there. I try to push it into the public domain. I tell people as a mentor. I make people how I want to make people think. That is how to think rather than what to think. Most people want what to think in terms of what shares or to buy. I am saying how to buy a share, any share for that matter. So that is my
Yes.
let's say that's my approach. Now I am very happy that it has appealed to you, and I'm also more than happy that you have made I mean, good amount of money. If in some way it has helped, it's really good karma, I would say. Thank you, but always question me also. I
Yes, sir.
request you,
Yes.
because what happens is, you see, I question myself. For whether you question or not, I question all the time myself. Have I
Yes,
said the right
yes, sir.
thing?
Yeah,
Uh,
right, right, right. We should
so,
not
so
allow our compulsancy to set in. That
yeah,
is
we
more
should not.
important.
I
Yeah.
don't allow, at
Yes.
least personally, but
Yes.
I would love
Yeah.
also. So there is no question. So long as we, are civil in our what shall I say,
Arguments
in
and
our
yes, yes.
department, that is okay. On that civil business, see, Ram, I'm extremely sorry that Luka Modric tried to make some strange comments. I think next time I will not allow him on the forum. I'm very sorry to say that I don't want people who are trying to be over smart. This is not a forum for where people try to be over smart. We may be humble, but that humble doesn't mean that we'll get humiliated. That we are not in that business. So you can be rest assured, if he comes in some other avatar, I don't know, but even in whichever avatar he comes, I'm going to not allow him to speak next time. CG is here. I see. CG will not speak, I'm sure, because he's working. CG, I think we should team up and do your Sunday sessions. I think it's long time because CG handles the Sunday sessions all the time, and he handles it in a very, very good manner. So CG, I'm maybe this Sunday we'll do. No, if there is a final World Cup final, we'll not do this Sunday. Maybe next time I'll ping you on that because CG is very knowledgeable and very articulate, and he's the guy who who controls the crowd. So thank you, CG, for coming. And let me just last see, and then RVNL, Ram Kumar, RVNL, no, RVNL. That is one stock I have not bought. Why I have not bought RVNL is because I have got Ircon I bought, which is also similar. So I thought, okay, instead of you can buy, there are two different companies. Because of similarity, I have not bought. I looked at it this morning also. I said, okay, shall I buy RBNL or what? I have not bought. But certainly, it is in the same category, I would say, to buy. It is a buying, it's a stock, one should buy it, is what I think. But I'm buying more of Railtel because it's different, Ircon, which is different. Like that. And I want to buy two or three rail stocks. I don't want to buy all rail stocks. There's so many rail stocks. Railtel is there. Then, here, what is it? Rides is there. So there are. So today, for instance, Railtel is down. So I like to buy stocks which are down if I can get. So if it comes down another 4-5% also, I'm willing to take a chance and buy Railtel. Shrikant, you are a fan of CG. I'm sure everybody is a fan because he's a very nice gentleman. Uh, so Manjunatha, I think I've said no. Market maker. Market maker, are they different from brokers? See, market maker means what? The person who's giving two-way quotes. Unfortunately, we don't have too many market makers. Market makers as a concept are basically floor brokers. They're called in New York Stock Exchange and all that. So they give you buy and sell quote. See, when we were in the physical floor, no, in Madras Stock Exchange, there are so many market makers. That is, they were called jobbers, they'll call. So they'll say, Reliance 1000, they'll say, or 1000, 1005. Say, so what it means is they will buy from you at 1000, they're willing to sell you at 1005. So they are the market makers. So they create liquidity in the market. So uh, today we don't have too many market makers because the markets already have the depth. So we don't have to have market makers, but if you're on the floor, you need to have market makers. So market makers give enormous amount of liquidity. That's how we were able to complete at least 40% of our orders in Madras Stock Exchange. Otherwise, no, it's very difficult to find in that crowd. Where will you find somebody? Let's say I want to buy 100 Reliance. How do I find out? So somebody has to be there shouting Reliance, 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 like that. So you have to find out whether the fellow is giving one way quote or he also wants to buy. If he is buying with you, means he's your competitor, right? It's a very painful job. But the market makers helped us to buy or sell at a price dictated by themselves. So they're to that extent they are different from brokers. So they were all brokers on that floor. All of us were brokers. They were brokers. I was a broker. I was authorized assistant broker. It is called authorized assistant. So I was an authorized assistant broker. So there were 650 people of us, 167 brokers, four authorized assistants for every broker. So we were the assistant brokers. So that was what it was. So market maker can be anybody. You can be a market maker so long as you offer two-way quotes. There is no rule that you cannot be a market maker because it's legitimate. NBCC, I have already said, I'm buying it. I bought it. I'm buying it for the budget. See, I am expecting the budget to be a very good budget. People are saying it will be bad budget. I don't think so. The last budget before election. See, I keep repeating these sentences every session. I think we should go positively. At least I want to go positively, whether people want to go or not. And December is a good month for market. Generally, 80% of the time, between Murat and Pongal, 75% of the time market goes up. So, and there's the last budget. So I'm assuming that the budget will be good for people like us because she has not done anything for the retail investor, and she's very proud of retail investors. If you remember, in the parliament, she said I don't care for FIs. The market is being held by retail investors. So if she has made that kind of a statement, I assume that she will not harm the our community, and she may give us some benefit. Is what I think. Even if no benefit comes, I think it will not harm us. So that itself is good. See, if they don't harm us, no, that itself we can lead our life. These politicians, regulators, all of them know they want to harm us. Basically, they want to put so many restrictions that ease of doing business itself is not there. But this time, I don't think that I don't have any fear. In fact, I have hope, and I'll be surprised. I'll be pleasantly surprised, is what I feel, and I'm sure all of you will be. So, all investors, I think, will do well. We have got a long distance to go. This is a last chance to buy, in my opinion, because today the CPI is coming, and if CPI is good, that is lower, which will be fantastic. US market will take off. We will take off, and then I think we should have a mad frenzy, panic buying scenario for about half an hour, 30 days, I expect. So maybe the 30 days begins this weekend or next week, but it's somewhere there. It's around the corner. Panic buying is around the corner in my analysis. Of course, I can be wrong. I've been wrong 50% of the time. So take this one with that context. Keep that context. This is basic only on probability, but I'm fully invested and I'm looking for money to invest in the market. So thanks everyone for taking the trouble for coming here, listening to me, participating. I wish others participate. Is there anybody else? Srinivasan sir, do you want to say something? CG, do you want to say something? Shashidhar, Nagaraja, Ram, Ravi, Vignesh, Kshitij, Shruti, Riaz, Bhaskar. I'll hold on for another couple of minutes. Rajan, Ankit, Prashant, Saab, Vikas, Mohan, Shiva, Manjunath, Ashish, Manu, Ramesh. It's almost like I'm reading a register like that teacher will read. So at least you can say present sir and come and put a question. Srinivasan sir, you've been very quiet. Madhu, Ram, I think. Ram, you want to say something? Mm, think about it. Okay, Nagaraja says he's traveling. Riaz, thank you, Riaz. Swarna, thank you. So if there is nobody, then I think I will close it. Is that okay or what? Hmm? I don't know how to close. Every time I get confused only. So probably I will leave and go, and maybe it will get closed on its own or what. I don't know what has to be done here. Can somebody help me how to close this? Okay, doesn't matter. Trading versus investing. What do you want to know? Trading versus investing. See, trading versus investing. It's like this. Arunachalam, welcome. See, all of us are traders. Unless you are a investor saying that I will buy and I'll buy and then only till I die, something like that. So those people are obviously investors. So all of us are traders. We trade. Some people trade intraday. Some people trade weekly. Some people trade monthly. So long-term swing trading, whatever you do. So what we have learned, what I have learned, and what data shows is very clear that you know. In India, India is a bull market, so you will have a major crisis regularly. But if you bought good stocks, by and large, you're gone out of it. If you're not able to identify stocks, the best place is to go to ETFs, index ETFs, either Nifty ETFs or Bank Nifty, or the mid cap ETFs, or sectoral ETFs, or gold ETFs, or silver ETF. Of course, gold, silver, nothing to do with India, but ETFs is the best place to go if you want to participate in the Indian bull market. I think it will be a long, long time. Yeah. Panparag, I found out there's an option to close the room. I'll close it, but before that, can traders make money? You can make money, you can lose money. So it's all, yeah, thanks, Panparag. I got the three dots. I couldn't see that time. That's why I had a problem. So I feel a very short term trader is very difficult. A day trader to make money is difficult. See, I do day trading every single day. Today I'm not doing. I do. I don't do on days when I make 100% of my trades are correct. Means I don't. For instance, yesterday 100% of my trades were right, which is very rare. So next day I don't do. So today I'm not doing. I put my trades online on Mondays. My free channel called Market Mirror. You can see it. So I don't do any At the end of the day, I don't put some screenshots. So I don't tell you the quantity I buy so that I don't have to show off how much money I made or how much money I lost. Typically, yeah, nowadays my track record is better because it's a bull market, not because I am better. So in a sideways market, it's always tough to make money as a day trader. But because it's a bull market, it is relatively easy to make money as a day trader. So it is a very difficult task. I would recommend investing first and long-term trading, which means 3 months trading. Keep this one for 3 months. See, today I'm buying for the budget, which means I'm trading actually, but I'm investing, taking my delivery, but I'm still keeping as a trading. So you can keep that opinion. See, typically, I think Zerodha also said 92% of the people lose money in trading. That is a fact. 92% of people lose money in trading. This has been, researched globally. That is the number is same 90 plus only. So you have to be careful. That means 90% probability of you losing money. Whereas in investing, I would say there will be a two-thirds chance of making money. So the probability is very high in investing and very low in trading. And day trading is most risky. Trading in options is a no-no. I've told last week, please don't trade in options. You are bound, probably the strike rate there is 95% you lose or 97% you lose or something like that. Option trading, I have traded everything. Without doing something, I will never say. I am finding that option trading today is one of the most riskiest, dangerous places to trade. If you want to trade in the cash market or trade in the futures. Do not trade in options, is my advice. So if Savi is going to catch me on that, let them catch me on that. Uh, so be very careful. Option trading looks interesting, but it is very dangerous. I have myself experienced it. I made money across the board. I have lost money across the board since 2002. Options came in 2001. I've been trading in options and futures, and this is my experience. So of course, some people have different experience. Some people have made money for months together, but then, as I said, 5% of the people will make money. So with this, I think I will close the room. Once again, thanking every one of you who came here, who participated. This is anyway recorded, so you can listen to the recording. Or somebody who will not participate, you can tell them. Thank you very much for coming. See you next Tuesday, 11:30. Thank you.